Over 2,400 wins?
God
Didn't know this is what
damn.
LeBron did on his offseason. Well, boys, this is going to be a hard one. 2,400 win LeBron, who hasn't slept or hopped off MultiVersus since the first release years ago in pre-beta. However, me being, I think, about a 30-win Jason here, thought it'd be an interesting little challenge to at least give him a quick 1-2 in the attempt to beat. I always like playing some of these multiverse guys who have hundreds, sometimes thousands of games on their mains, which I find funny. I didn't expect people to be playing the game like that, one tricking to this level, 2,400 games on one player, LeBron. But hey, I mean, to each their own. You love the character, you play them a lot, right? So, with that being said, it was a very challenging little set that I had against him, as this was by far the best LeBron I've played against. Constantly using his projectiles, constantly trying to hit you with the combos that can be made with the ball being left behind, as we see on the left side of the screen there. No look passes nonstop throughout the game.
Kobe.
It the guy knows what he is doing on LeBron, and it's an extremely frustrating thing when somebody does. It's just like I found Gizmo quite annoying when there's a good Gizmo. I think it's Gizmo, the Gremlin, as well as a Bugs Bunny and Rick can be scary in their proper hands. Well, Rick more so just because they zone beyond belief and they don't actually want to fight. Bugs can just hit you with some lunacy. But I've been loving Jason. I think I went on like my first like 20 games, maybe like 18 and 12 with him or something along those lines. He has a lot of kill potential. It's just there is the possibility to be juggled quite frequently with him, just I guess due to character like model size and like some of the movements that he has or lack of movements, as he's definitely not the quickest character out there, as you can tell, right? With the appearance of LeBron in today's video, I actually did want to kind of segue it into a minor conversation on the NBA Finals beginning later tonight. The Boston Celtics take on the Dallas Mavericks, being held game one in Boston tonight, as me and my friends, family have all been going back and forth regarding our thoughts on who might be winning the NBA championship. It does seem pretty much consensus that unless you are from the city of Boston or a Boston Celtics fan, pretty much the entire NBA fan wise is cheering against you. It's like literally everybody wanting Dallas to win except for Boston fans. So it's actually pretty funny, though the league has never been more unified. It seems like on the fan side ever in the existence. So I'm game for it. Catch being, I would love to see Dallas win just like everybody. I'm gonna come out and be one of the few people who are gonna say it. I do believe it's gonna be Boston. They've had every trend since like 2, 3 months in the season that they are a championship team. Can I just talk? Wow, I was that close to beating him my first try, and that's how I lose. A ball and a laser beam.
Laser.
Oh my god, I refuse to like play and one game against most people, but if this guy hadn't at least given me a rematch, I would have probably lost it just because of how that one ended with him being 2,500 wins near. And back to the NBA Finals. So, with my thoughts primarily being, like I said, that Boston will end up winning the championship this year. It's due to the strength the team has. Health has been on their side the entire time, outside of Kristaps Porzingis, who every single year his knee hurts come playoff time. So this is nothing to really be that worried about when it comes to Porzingis. But Jason Tatum's healthy, Jaylen Brown healthy, Derek White, Al Horford. The lineup overall on the Boston side has stayed extremely healthy, as everybody is aware. They've had a pretty easy trip to the finals in comparison to their opponent that they're going up against, Dallas, right? They had a pretty gruesome battle to get to the NBA finals. They might be tired, right? They could play a factor in the series. However, you never know until the games actually begin. I do believe, obviously, I mean, to each their own. I think Luka Doncic is the best player in this series. So as we have seen in some years' times, all that does matter is in some instances having the best player on the court, and they do give you the best chance of winning, right? So if Luka can do what we are all aware and that he is capable of doing and taking over a game like he does, the series could easily go to Dallas. There is no guarantee it is Boston's. However, as I said, trends are showing that it is going to be a Celtics championship. It is going to be interesting to see if Porzingis is out of the series once again, the impact Al Horford is going to play on the court once again. As Al, despite being one of the older guys on the Boston Celtics team, this guy never fails to contribute in a high value way for the team. Right in the last series, if you did watch it, Al Horford was one of the more important players to play in the series as he was assisting and shutting down Miles Turner, making it uncomfortable for that offense to do what it is the Pacers normally do, and that's outpace their opponent. And Al Horford comes in and kind of does a little bit of everything. He can defend pretty well. He can play the mid range. He can shoot some threes even as a big man, right? He can give you a little bit of a body. It's an interesting element to the game. Yeah, he doesn't have the direct height that Kristaps Porzingis brings, but he brings a lot more from time to time. That sometimes it's even more beneficial than having Porzingis on the team for the Celtics. Just like as we've seen, Derek White, who had an absolute Goliath series in the Indiana Pacers series. I think in one game at some point, Derek White I saw had 4 steals and 3 blocks. Like, what is Derek White doing getting 3 blocks in an NBA game? I'm not sure who it is that's allowing Derek White to block him 3 times, but hey, it is what it is. I've very much been enjoying MultiVersus throughout the week or two coming now with since the release of the game. However, I can't lie, I am one getting or waiting for the release of Ranked. I'm one who always likes to play kind of like a standard game, you know what I mean, as to how it's designed, whether it be additional stocks. I'm not sure exactly what the ranked system is, if it's just going to carry over like a 3 stock system like this and 1v1s. But at least having the, standard player kind of trying a little more, being more comfortable on their characters. I'm always one to like just constantly want to get better at games. So once rank does drop, I do imagine I'll probably give a good dive into it then. Once I'm not, coming across as many bots from time to time or just lower caliber players because it feels these games are awesome when you get that player that makes you want to have to play good and like actually beat them, like you genuinely feel satisfying if you beat them. These are the matches that like I personally love in fighter games and most games I just like the challenge. You know what I mean? So once rank comes out, I'm completely game. If anybody is watching this who happens to be a pretty experienced player on any fighter, you want to kind of practice a little, play around. If you do see me online, I am Devil's Angel as the tag. Give me a quick ad over on our Warner Brothers, and we'll work something out to play. Thank you to anybody who has gotten to this point in the video today. I am going to be, like I said, posting probably some more multiverses as well as X Defiant gameplay over the weekend this week. So if you are looking forward to that, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe. Later. Adios.